No one cares about you. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I don't mean to bring you down, but it's the truth, and it's something that we all need to wake up to and remind ourselves over and over and over again. And that's that your opinions, your point of view, whatever it is that you're selling, if you have a business and so forth, which is a lot of our audience or business owners, nobody cares. Nobody cares about any of it. I don't care if they're your family. I don't care if they're your neighbors. I don't care if they're people who know you or if they're complete strangers. They don't care. No one cares. There's only one person they care about, and that's themselves, in a sense. Obviously, we all care for other people and everything. But in terms of the cares of any given moment, most people are concerned with their own cares and their own perspective and their own desires and their own wants and their own fears and anxieties. Most people are all in here. Not in my brain, but they're in their brain and you're in your brain. And we're all seeing it from our own perspective. And you have to remind yourself that old thing, what they talk about, WIIFM, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? Everyone sees it from their own perspective. If you can't take the message that you want to get out to people and be able to twist it around and give it to them in their own perspective, then it's not worth doing. They're not just that you may get somebody to sit there and listen to you drone on and on about your perspective, but that's only because they see a reason from their perspective. They see something that they can gain from what it is that you're saying. They're not listening to you because they love you. They're not listening to you because they actually care about what you're talking about. They may be fixated on you, and that's a different thing. That doesn't mean they actually understand anything you're saying. It just means they're sitting there and nodding their heads, and they're very happy. They feel good listening to you, but they're listening to you because they feel good, not because of what you're saying or what you're demanding or what you're asking for or any of that sort. This is a really tough thing for us all to get through because we're so in our own heads all the time that we don't sit there and realize that everyone else is in their own heads too. That everyone else has got their own trip going, right? I for some reason it's the truth is kind of a backwards thing, especially when it comes to marketing. Marketing is just getting an idea out and attempting to get people to do what you'd like them to do. And I don't care if you're selling a product or whether you're selling a service or whether you're selling a politician or whether you're selling a religion. It's all the same idea. You have something you'd like other people to do more of or less of. But in order to get them to do that, you have to talk to them in their language. And in this process, it can be a little overwhelming because it's the opposite of the way you've been thinking up until now in most cases. In most cases, most of us cannot even begin to see things from another person's perspective. And this is it's the conversation I have with a lot of people I end up partnering up with. And that's okay. It doesn't bother me to have the conversation. I'm used to it now. But there was a cartoon series on when I was a kid called The Tick. It was about this superhero, and this was back in this had to have been the early 90s, and there's this famous line where he's talking to his sidekick Arthur, and Arthur's going, I feel like I'm going crazy, and he says, "You're not going crazy, Arthur. You're going sane in a crazy world." And it's supposed to be funny, but in reality, if you're going sane, it's going to feel like you're going crazy. But really, you're going sane in a crazy world. And that's what this is all about. I'm glad to be on this journey with you, finding these things out, seeing it. And once you see it, and you see it often enough, you realize it's the truth. And you realize that it's hard to come by. And most people don't get it. But I'm going to keep doing my best to help increase communication between my fellow human beings So hopefully you take me up on some of these ideas. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Leave a comment wherever you're watching or listening to this, or go to brianjpombo.com and go leave a comment on this post. That's all I have for tonight. Go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business, if you want a little bit more of my perspective on how to take an idea and make it competition-proof, make it stand out so much that it has no competition. Whatever that idea is, whatever it is that you're trying to get out there. So 9 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business. You can go purchase a copy wherever books are sold, or you can go to amazonproofbook.com and download your own free copy. That's all I have for tonight. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.